Hi guys, welcome to Flying Grip Academy. Today we are going to discuss software development lifecycle model SDLC versus DevOps. Basically, SDLC is a software development lifecycle. It is a process to create and deliver a quality software product. Basically, a customer needs a particular product in order to improve his business. Who is a customer and who is a developer? Let us discuss. A customer will be having a certain business idea. He need to convert that business idea into product. For example, you are having a OYO rooms. OYO rooms is used to book online lodging. In that, what we are going to do? So we are going to search for a particular room in different places where we are going to go for a particular tour, and we need to book a room. In a similar manner, Uber. Uber is a booking vehicle from source to destination. If you want to reach from source to destination, so they need a product based upon a location. The particular cab will go to a customer and they will pick, and they will be traveling from source to destination. In a similar manner, there are two types of companies. One is service based company and another one is product based company. Product based company is one thing which they are having their own products, and also they will be providing the services to the customer by its own development. And service based company, some other client will approach to the service based company. They will ask to deliver the product. For example, if you are going to consider PhonePe, Paytm, all the things, they are a product based company also. Even though they are going to work with the service oriented, but they have developed their own product called Paytm or PhonePe, so that you can able to make any transaction from end to end. For example, by scanning the QR code, and you are going to pay the payment to the customer by online. So in order to create and deliver the IT projects to the customer, we are having a SDLC model. The first phase begins with the planning. If a customer approaches to the software company, so they should have a proper plan, and they need to know the requirements of the customer, and they will be planning to the analysis. In an analysis phase, they will be having an analysis how the particular code should be developed, and how a diagrammatical manner, how the things should look like to the customer. They will be having certain analysis. For example, a Flipkart is a company which will be having a number of clients whenever they are going to have a big million days. Similarly, Amazon will be having a great Indian festival. At that time, no customer should be lost by that company. In order to make that, what the software company is going to do is they are going to have certain kind of analysis. By having a analysis, they will be keep on going. And next one, in design phase. In design phase, what they are going to do is they are going to make a design like a template. For example, if you go to the civil engineer, what they are going to do is which room should be look like, and how much square feet it should be having. So whether the room is having a attached bathroom or latrine, and all the planning, all the designing according to plan. So they will be keep on designing, and you are going for a implementation phase. Implementation phase is something like a build phase. You have started the construction, and you are going to build all the things. So in that phase, you will be starting the coding, and you will be make the coding how the customer requirements are met. And the next phase, testing and integration. You are going to integrate the different modules into integration, so that, and whether the product is going to work or not, you are going to test in the same phase. Integration means HTML is developed by one user. It means HTML, by using HTML and CSS is developed by one user, and another user is using a backend, so JavaScript and XML code, and some other user has used the validation code. Once it is going to click it, and it should be reflected to the database. The DBA guy has performed some other tasks, so that another particular admin is having a server in the server side, which after clicking the submit button, where the content should be saved and all the things will be done by the admin. In similarly, maintenance phase, they are going to maintain where a particular database is there, if they want to upgrade the existing software, and how they are going to maintain without zero downtime. All the things are done in the maintenance phase. There are certain kind of SDLC models. Most popularly used models are Waterfall Model, Iterative Model, Spiral Model, V Model, RAD Model, Big Bang Model, and Agile Model. So among this Waterfall Model, here it starts from the requirement analysis and specification. What are the requirements are required by the client, and what the specifications are given. The specifications means I need a server of 32 GB RAM and a hard disk of this configuration. I need a Linux server only. I need a Windows server only, and I need a project to be done in PHP. I need to project done in Python only. I need a project done in the Angular JS or some cloud. So certain kind of requirements and analysis should be done in this phase. The next one is design phase. In design phase, what they are going to do is they are going to design all the things so that they will be by the diagrams they are going to draw, and by that they are going to explain the client. If the client is satisfied, then they are going to go for another phase called implementation. In this implementation phase itself, they are going to use the unit kind of testing, like a J unit testing, if they are using the kind of testing by the Java developer, and integration and system testing. In this they are going to check the issues and the compatibility issues, whether the code is working in my machine, and the code is not working in the another user machine. Such a kind of things are there. They are going to integrate all the things, and they are going to work. For example, class file can be work in any file anywhere. If there is a exe file, the exe file won't be working in the Linux environment. So such a kind of things they need to integrate from one environment to another environment, and as well as they need to make a certain kind of testing. The next one is operation and maintenance phase. So they need to make the operations day to day data will be keep on growing, and where the user has to be saved that particular data, and if they need any changes to the particular website or any other things, they need to maintain the things. The next one is iterative model. In this model, we are going to mainly focus on version. For example, if you are going to consider the version to version, for example, operating system, there are a new certain kind of things will be adopted from previous version, and new enhancements and improvements will be keep on implementing. When the software application is large, so at that time, what we are going to do is based upon the requirements will be keep on changing. At that time, we are going to make the changes applicable to that particular model. In this model, we are going to have iterative testing. So in iterative model, what we are going to do is iterative means keep on in a loop repetition, so that we are going to repeat if there is any new requirements are there, keep on implementing the things. So it also starts with the requirement phase, analysis, design, testing, implementation, and review. In the iteration 2, what they are going to do is they are not going for the requirement analysis. What are the modifications are required by the client, or they go for the directly to the design phase, and again they keep on implementing the things, and they will be going for a testing phase, and again they will go for any other new things, new versions are added, they will be implementing those things, and again they are going to review. In a similar model, in the next phase, again they will be going for design, testing, implementation, and again they are going to review, and finally they will go for deployment and maintenance phase. That is the final phase. If the deployment is done, it will be done in the server itself, so that in the server side they are going to deploy, and the product is ready to release. And next one is a spiral model. when the deliverance is required to be frequent, and the project is large when the requirements are unclear and complex. At that time, this is the model which is suitable. So sometimes then the client will be keep on adding the some kind of things. At the time, spiral model is suitable whenever the project is large. So at the time, they will be going for the test plan. And here also we are having the phases like detailed design and requirement phase, verification and validation phase, code integration, test and implement phase. So then they in testing they will be having a separate test plan and development plan and a plan requirement and risk analysis. Identify and resolve the issues in this particular side, and development and test the things and plan and next iteration, and determine the objectives. So what are the objectives? What is the development plan? What are the things to be developed, and what are the things to be added? And we need to identify the things if there are new requirements. So there are customer is unclear about the product, and they will be keep on adding the things. So at that time it is depends upon a risk mitigation, so that they will be keep on collecting the things from the prototype model, and they are going to make the things in a detailed design, and again they will be coding, and again integration and testing and implementing, and again they will be going for a testing. And is there any other development plan before delivering the project? So that again they will be keep on calculating the risk analysis. If there are any issues, they will be keep on resolving the issues. So for this purpose, we are using a spiral model. This one is very complex and very costly, and whenever project is large only we are going to do this one. So otherwise, if a project is small and again I keep on adding the things by the customer, it is difficult to done by the developer and as well as a team also. So it will be getting a loss. So next one is V model. It is also referred as a verification and a validation model. It follows a sequential design process, same as waterfall model. Testing on the device is planned in parallel with corresponding the stage of development. For example, the user is developing at that time, so they will be using a JUnit testing by the Java developer, and some other testing performed by the user, such as Selenium or some other thing. A piece of code is developed by the user, and they are going to have a testing in the same phase. When the requirement is well defined and not ambiguous, the V-shaped model would follow used following the medium-sized projects where requirements are clearly defined and fixed. Clearly defined. So for example, here we are going to start with the coding phase. So here in coding phase, we are going to verify the phases. Then we are going to divide the code into modules, and modules are designed by the architectural design, and next it goes to the system design. So already I have told that in this model, what we are going to do is it immediately goes to the testing phase. So here, once the module is defined, that piece of code will be go to the unit testing. So if it again, it will be going to the coding. So if in architecture design, they are going to check the architecture, and again they are going to make a integration test. And again in the system design, they are going to go test for a system test. In the requirement design, they are going to phase called acceptance test. So once the acceptance test is completed, then all the validation phases are completed. Next one is rapid application development model. In a rapid application development model was first proposed by IBM in the year 1980s, when the system should need to create the project that modularizes in short span of time, 2 to 3 months. So then we are using the rapid application development model. So when the requirements are well known, when the technical risks are limited, when there is a necessity to make the system which modularized in 2 to 3 months of period, so then it should be used only the budget allows the use of automatic code generating tools. So there are some automatic code generation tools are there. Python, in Python also some packages we are using. By using the packages, we are going to make short kind of code. So that we are, by using the object oriented concepts, we are using the reusability, so that we are using. So for example, if you are going to consider you like UML diagrams, in UML diagrams also, what we are doing, we are going to generate diagram to source code, forward engineering and reverse engineering. So that we can able to make forward engineering and reverse engineering. By that, that also you can able to generate a code. Here we are having a different modules: module 1, module 2, and module 3. Business modeling, data modeling, process modeling, application generation, and testing and turnover. These are the things in the rapid application development model. So next model is Big Bang model. This model, developers do not follow any specific process. Development begins with the necessary funds and efforts in the form of inputs. If a customer is coming and he will be giving input, and that will be implemented by the developers, and the result may or may not be as per customer requirements, because in this model even the customer requirements are not defined. This model is ideal for only small projects like academic projects or practical projects. One or two developers can work together on this model. Newer requirements that come in the middle of development must be implemented right away. There is no clarification about the user expectations. User cannot able to expect more than that, because it is a small project and low budget model, so that he cannot expect more than that. And there is no hard and fast rules on product should be released, or it should be delivered within the time, or certain kind of things. Adapting requirements based on present state of development of the product, time, effort, resources. So here these are the three constraints taken by the Big Bang model, and develop the software and release the software. So next one is most popularly used model, which is Agile model. The meaning of Agile is swift or versatile. Agile is a process or a model. It refers to a software development approach based on iterative development. Agile methods breaks tasks into smaller iterations or parts, do not directly involve long-term planning. The project scope and requirements are laid down at the beginning of the development process. Plans regarding the number of iterations, the duration and scope of each iteration are clearly defined in advance. So how many number of iterations are there, how much project duration is there, all the things are clearly defined in this one. Agile model is a combination of iterative and incremental model process models. The steps involved in the SDLC models are requirement gathering, requirement analysis, design, coding, unit testing, acceptance testing. So here you will be having a Scrum Master. So here Scrum means he will be delivering. He is responsible to deliver the product. So Scrum always discusses the task, what is the duration, how much is completed by the developers, and how much it will take time in order to test, and all the things he will be keep on discussing, and he always tallies the time duration, how much at what time he has to deliver, and up to what extent the product has been developed, all the things he always manages. Next, product owner, there is involvement of product owner. So who will be keep on discussing the improvements among the product and all the things, and there will be a Scrum team, so which is going to discuss the type of the model, and what kind of model should be delivered, and whether the product has met the customer requirements or not. All the things will be discussed by the Scrum team. If there is any changes, that will be told by the Scrum Master by discussing with the product owner, and so on. So here basically in Waterfall model is a old model. It takes nearly 10 months. In here we will be having a sprint. Sprint is a time duration, which will be having a maximum of 2 weeks or 10 working days. Based upon a team velocity, the agile methodology is having a 6 method. For example, some employees are not working. It means due to their personal constraints, or they have quitted from the team, or they due to their homesick, due to illness, they have some problem, but due to some problems they are not working. So for example, employee size is 6 and 3 are not working. Only 3 members are there. So based upon a team velocity, we follow 3 methods only among the 6 methods. Here if you are going to see, we are having a 6 methods. Based upon team velocity, we are going to follow only 3 methods in order to develop and deliver the product to the customer.